So, what if you could hit a factory reset button for your entire digestive system? I mean, a complete overhaul. Well, today we're going to dive into an ancient remedy that claims to do exactly that, the castor oil cleanse.
Okay, let's just start with this pretty bold claim from our source material. A castor oil flush, it's not just a cleanse, it's considered the most powerful gut reset you can do yourself, at home. I mean, we're talking about potentially clearing out decades of buildup in just a few hours. That's a big deal.
Yeah, that sounds super intense, right? So why on earth would anyone actually need something that powerful? Well, the answer really comes down to the constant pressure that our modern lives put on our gut.
So, let's get into that feeling. You know the one, that sense of just being weighed down, kind of sluggish, and just not feeling 100%. So what's really going on here? I mean, just think about what our gut has to deal with every single day. It's constantly getting hit with stress, all those processed foods, and yeah, just sitting around too much. Honestly, it's no wonder things can slow down to a crawl.
And this comparison right here, it's pretty striking. On one side, you've got that unhealthy, impacted colon. That's where that backed up, heavy feeling comes from. And on the other, a healthy, clear one. This really just shows you the physical reality of what happens when things, aren't moving like they're supposed to. And the results of that? Well, they're things a lot of us know way too well. Bloating, feeling heavy, and that really frustrating brain fog. It's because your body is just wasting all this energy trying to deal with a struggling gut, instead of using that energy for important stuff like repair and focus. Okay, so how in the world does castor oil supposedly fix all this? Let's get into the science of it and see how this ancient remedy actually works its magic.
All right, the real secret to castor oil's power, it's all in one single compound. Get this, a staggering 85 to 95% of the oil is made up of just one unique fatty acid.
And here it is, ricinoic acid. The easiest way to think about it is like a key. It fits perfectly into these specific little locks, the EP3 receptors that line your intestinal walls. And once it clicks in, bam, it signals this powerful coordinated wave of contractions to start. And this right here is what makes it so different from most laxatives you'd find at the store. See, a lot of those just kind of irritate the gut or pull a bunch of water in for some temporary relief. Castor oil is different. It sends a direct signal for a full, organized top-to-bottom flush. It's like the difference between bailing water out of a boat with a bucket and just pulling the drain plug.
This is why you hear people say they feel the effects all over their body. It's not just happening in your gut. The cleanse also gets your liver and your lymphatic system, which is basically your body's internal drainage network, involved. It's a true full-body reset.
All right, so now you get the why and the how. So let's get practical and look at the actual 3-day protocol that's laid out in the source material. So it's broken down into 3 pretty clear days. Day 1 is your prep day. You're eating light, hydrating like crazy, just getting your system ready. Day 2, that's the main event, that's flush day, and trust me, you'll want to be home for a good few hours. And then, super important, day 3 is all about recovery and rebuilding your gut. Okay, now I really want you to listen to this next part because it is absolutely critical. You cannot skip day 3. A flush this powerful literally clears out everything. The bad stuff, sure, but also the good bacteria. Your gut is basically a clean slate, and it's your job to consciously rebuild it.
So what does rebuilding look like? It means being really gentle and introducing nourishing things back into your system. We're talking stuff like bone broth or veggie soup, fermented foods like kefir or sauerkraut to get those good probiotics back in, and electrolyte-rich drinks like coconut water to rehydrate and get your minerals back up. Okay, before anyone even thinks about trying this, it is so important that we talk about what to expect, the good and the bad, and go over some really important safety warnings. So just be prepared. This whole detoxification thing can feel pretty intense. As your body is purging all that waste, it's actually not uncommon to get some temporary headaches, maybe some nausea or fatigue. In a weird way, that's often a sign that it's working. But the good news is, those feelings usually pass within about a day. And what comes after? Well, according to a lot of people who've done this, it's a sense of clarity, a ton of new energy, and this feeling of lightness. They call it a full system reset. And I really, truly cannot stress this next part enough. This is absolutely not for everyone, and you have to approach it with a ton of caution. This cleanse is a definite no if you're pregnant or breastfeeding, if you have any history of intestinal issues like Crohn's or blockages, or if you're on certain medications like for blood sugar, blood clotting, or hormones. The bottom line is, this stuff is powerful. If you have any doubt at all, please talk to a healthcare professional first.
So you might be thinking, if this has been used for thousands of years, we're talking all the way back to ancient Egypt, why isn't it more mainstream today? Well, the simple answer usually comes down to money. It's a natural, cheap oil. You can't patent it. So it often gets written off as just folk medicine, because there's just no big profit to be made from promoting it. So here's the big takeaway from all this. A castor oil cleanse? It's not a quick fix. Not at all. It's a deep, intentional reset. But when it's done the right way, and with a lot of respect for the process, it really stands out as one of the most powerful, ancient tools we have for gut health. It's just a reminder, sometimes the most powerful solutions have been right here with us the whole time.